you buy Caterpillar midday or maybe tomorrow morning, and you make money because see, you know why we have a big budget deficit besides the fact that we have a huge amount of interest that we have to pay.
$640 million
Right.
this year.
It's the
$640 billion.
There's like $1 trillion in spending coming, and there won't be any Caterpillar machines, and they're going to be making them as fast as they can. The profit margin's going to be up. But Uncle B is not a showman. He's not there to counteract the stock going to 225. That's not what he does. He builds long-term value. He raises dividends. He's a dividend aristocrat. It's been remarkable since he came in. He buys back stock. It's no longer the profit of the cat, but it's fair game. That's what it's fair game to play this game. And that's what happens.
That said, it is a morning of a lot of revenue.
Good morning, everyone.
JetBlue, Pfizer, Amgen.
Okay, so Bud is up because it's not as bad as we thought, because the rest of the world's good, even though Bud Light's horrible. We don't have to go in why that is. Amgen actually, they had a prostate cancer drug that failed, but this Repatha's finally got 44% gain. The Repatha is a drug that's that is used for heart, and it's amazing. I say that, David, they bought this Horizon Therapeutics. You're selling it before we even see what they do with it. This is not BF Corp, which I can go into later. And this is not Lattice Semi, where they just said, listen, we did badly, and I mean, Lattice starts by saying it's not good.
All right. Just give me a few. I'm just setting up the charts.
Their
Secondary endpoint, but it didn't.
Their release was disgusting.
That was sad.
But Bud is like, not as bad as it used to be, Bud.
All right, not as bad as you said. What about my favorite? I was like about Pfizer. I always sure I drive.
Nice run up for the afternoon and the evening.
So it's not a total return chart.
TP on Dow Jones was smashed.
Faber drive you crazy, and you know what he's going to say?
Oh, nice reversal on EV.
He's a very nice man, as you like to say.
And a vet. And Chewy's doing it was upgraded to.
But I mean, there it is. It's like that doesn't really do much.
Okay, nice pullback on GU as well. I think we're gonna pull back, possibly back to 4170 on ES.
No reaction at all. Anything in that Pfizer release that excited you?
Give me like 5 minutes. I just gotta finish setting up some.
Taylor Swift was a good pickup with Travis Kelsey, and they got to
my forex charts.
Drill down because I want ratings and numbers. I'm not about the substance.
They do affirm the full year guide. Meantime, crude oil on the rise this morning, although WTI is down more than 8% for the month. The World Bank forecasting an average price of 90 in the quarter, declining to 81 in 2024 as the global economy slows. It does say that prices could theoretically jump to as much as $157
That's coming. That's coming. That is coming.
Scenario when it comes to supply, that would exceed the 08 record, Jim, of 147.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly say that. Look, there's Russia, there's Saudi Arabia, there's U.S. U.S. is one of the reasons why someone could say, hey, listen, Caterpillar's not doing that well. The largest market they have is Permian. And we're not drilling like we used to be. But that's neither here nor there. It's the large market so we can improve. I do think that you can make that case about oil. I would have made the case that, wait a second, there's a major expansion of the war in Gaza, and oil is down. And I think that's more dispositive than whatever the big thinkers are doing at that shop, the IEA. By the way, if the U.S. decided to pump, it's about 13 million barrels a day. They can go to 14.
That's an all-time high right now, right?
Yes, it is. It is. And there's a lot of room. People are so critical of these, the Chevron deal, the Exxon deal. They're really taking a long-term view to be critical of those deals. I mean, Scott Sheffield's taking a 5-year view. Those guys are taking a 5-day view.
Those guys being
the negativists.
You're really getting on the negativists.
Yeah, I am. You know why? Because this is a horrible market, and I'm trying to find reasons to say
it's okay. Yes, didn't feel good to you yesterday.
That was a short trap.
What is the market anyway? Isn't it like 7 stocks?
I know.
It's 10 stocks, 35% of the S&P, and everybody's in ETFs, and everybody's in an index fund. I mean, aren't you just? I mean, isn't it all just?
David, have you ever heard of the 10-year?
Yes. You want to talk about that?
I want to take that. You ever read Sidney Homer's book? Sidney Homer. Now, 550-page book called Inside the Yield Curve. David, it's a page.
I have not. Have you read that book?
No, but I saw we got down to 481 this
It's
morning.
the morning show, and inside the yield curve. Inside the yield curve.
Those are your, what you're
They're
pitching
my
on at the
go-to.
moment?
They're my go-to.
Okay.
Ash,
Yeah, what puts you
I
to
got
sleep
to
at night?
you know,
For the 3 hours you
let me
sleep?
just say that I don't want to give away no spoiler alert, but David, the inversion,
It's a big moment, huh?
man, wow. I'm not giving you any more away. No.
When we come back, Apple last night unveiling some new products highlighted by its third generation chips. Talk about the street's reaction to that this morning. We'll get to Pins and Eaton,
All right.
Volta, Stellantis, Chewy, Roku, Boeing, and a lot more as futures lose some gains. Back in a moment.
All right. One set. Let's see. Let's see. Looking like a short. Good morning, will be on for long. All right, all right. All good. Let's see. Water. Yeah. We might come down to fill that gap from Sunday. So, not particularly liking the area right now. So, we couldn't hold above this yesterday's high. Flirted with it a little bit. We're retracing. Now, if ES cannot hold above 4180, we could definitely head back down. And if we break below 4166, we could definitely possibly come down to fill that gap, which the gap fill is going to be at 4136, which means ES would be giving up all the gains that it made yesterday, right? Now, as long whatever retracement ES does, as long as it can hold above 4122, I will be considering, I mean, it will be a higher low. So anything that holds above 4122, generally I'm going to be looking for a potential dip buy, just because we have had market structure break, right? So we've broken above this lower high right here, this lower high right here, and even this one.
Introducing a new family of breakthrough chips and bringing them to the world's best pro laptop, MacBook Pro.
Tim Cook at Apple's product event last night unveiling some new chips, a revamped Mac lineup. He says the M3 chips are faster than their predecessors and will be used to power new MacBook Pro laptops.
And for everyone, oh, real quick, let's see.
$1,300. New computers are available for pre-order, expected in stores November 7. I think these are ARM designed chips.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one. David's going to give me a bit of a ride post here.
How
But
do I do this?
most of the press is that this is irrelevant. Now, I try to get one for my wife because it's her birthday tomorrow. The demand is so great. It's like, forget it. It's all an allocation. It's the usual. It's like repulsive that the journals, that the press have decided it's awful, but the customers have decided it's a win.
And for those of you guys joining, here is the link. I just posted the link for the free Telegram. All right, so the purpose of this Telegram will be to keep you all informed to trade and analysis for when I am not streaming and for when I am traveling. All right, so obviously, as you guys know, if I'm not streaming, you can't really hear or know what I'm looking at or what types of trades I am taking. So this free Telegram, which you can join via the link I just posted in the chat, and be able to see whatever alerts, whatever news or things that I may post on the weekend about the market gapping up or the market gapping down, or let's say I come across some news that some things are about to go haywire with China and US. It's like, oh, short the markets, right? Which mean if you're somewhere that you can get to your computer, or if you have the mobile app, you can trade from it and take advantage of these opportunities. So every weekend, I know a lot of you guys probably don't have social media. I very often I'll post about the market gapping up or gapping down on the weekends, but I definitely will be doing it here. So for those of you guys that don't have social media or maybe are not on social media as often, it's going to be a great way to be kept informed about what's going on overall. Hopefully we get a decent retracement. Okay, awesome. Mm, mm. So let's take a look. Mm. Mm. Dow Jones was a beautiful rejection at a supply and demand zone. Let me see. Copy image. Mm. Mm. It's gonna be, hopefully it's not a very slow morning for us. So let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's now below 200. As you can see, analysis, we broke below, we retested 202 and then reject and went lower. So with today, with me expecting the market to potentially retrace further down, Tesla could be a short until Tesla reclaims 200, or at least if Tesla reclaims 202. But for now, I would wait. So I would create an alert. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create an alert for when Tesla's above 202 to look for potential longs. Nvidia retracing, same thing. Let's take a look at the 4-hour on Nvidia. Yeah, so just real quick off of the daily, Nvidia could potentially drop to 367, and that will be granted if Nvidia actually gets a daily close below 400. We could see a pullback all the way down to 367 to possibly 350. So keep an eye out for that. That's Nvidia. If Apple can hold above 167 or 168, I'd be interested in a potential long. But given some of the negative sentiment, I would probably hold off on it. Meta. Let's go to the 4-hour. Daily. I don't like the Meta chart. Microsoft. So if Microsoft is going to pull back possibly to 334 area. AMD. AMD solid support at 93.33. So let's see what happens with AMD if it gets below 94.58. Alert created. All right, we have less than 5 minutes to go, and ES is already pulling back. And again, for anyone that wants to be able to follow my trades and analysis for when I am not trading, this is the link to the free Telegram. Where you will be able to get alerts and trade analysis from me for when I am not streaming. What's up with CNBC? Like, damn.
It's dependent on the oil trajectory from here, given many global conflicts. Can't be really sure about the trajectory of oil, but the fact that it has now come down, this isn't through today's data, this is through last month. So we're now down to 2.9% overall. So it is contracting, yes, really eating into economic growth. And that's, I guess, the cost of getting to that target more rapidly. But again, could mean rate cuts next year, perhaps more rapidly than the Fed can move in that direction.
Very interesting stuff. I really like the point about housing contribution to inflation here versus there. Kind of speaks to the more healthy nature.
Yes,
it seems like of
it
where we're
is. Definitely going to be an interesting morning so far. Yeah, I'm definitely more on the short side just seeing this rejection over here, and everything looks like it's probably gonna continue or go back to the retracement side. I'll be off about 9:45.
That's true. Again, over the longer term, I think there's some
Let's
more
make a
headwinds.
bag. Let's get it.
In the near term, maybe over the remainder of the fourth quarter, not necessarily a lot of ingredients here for dollar weakness. That said, I mean, the dollar's up 2.7% this year. People often ask me, hey, if the dollar's going to be going up, it remains strong, should we be investing overseas? And I just point out that last year, the dollar was up 10% and international stocks still outperformed by 400 basis points. So,
Taking aim at Janet Yellen during a discussion at last week's Robinhood Investors Conference, Druckenmiller argued that Yellen had failed to take advantage of the ultra-low interest rates era. He said, quote, I guess because political myopia or whatever was issuing 2 years at 15 basis points when she could have issued 10 years at 70 basis points or 30 years at 180 basis points. Goes on to say, quote, it's the biggest blunder in the history of the Treasury. I have no idea why she hasn't been called on this. She has no right to still be in that job. Although, as Steve Leisman pointed out this morning, it'd be weird, I guess, to have gone long duration at a time when the Fed was still doing QE.
Well, yeah, I speak with people, not to in this treasury.
You.
Urged them to do this. Said it on air. You know,
What it do, bruh?
50.
well, I said 30, but we go out as far as possible.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Back in the,
And, you know, I said it to Tim Geithner. He's a terrific guy.
Pretty good. Just doing some analysis, looking to see, looking like we might have a short on the market today at the open.
Secretary Mnuchin, very similar.
Yeah.
Said the same thing. And, you know, look, I think
So it's gonna be an interesting morning. I'm not gonna be too eager to get in front.
But, and we've said it
What
on
are you
air.
talking?
But I know Steve Leisman said that would be an odd thing to do. It doesn't matter. It was just a good thing to do.
Do you think households were more rational refining into low rates
So great.
the way they did?
It was so great. I mean, I think that the chart that you put up about disposable income going down, savings down.
My trade of it is
One of the reasons why
frozen.
we're such a robust economy is because people did the irrational thing. I thought the
Okay.
government should too, but the government didn't
Okay,
want
we're
to do
good
it.
now.
It didn't matter how much you told them that you thought the low rates were going to go up.
Let's
They just
see.
didn't want to do it. It was just like in their DNA not to do it. How they picked the
Yeah, but
treasury.
Richard Fisher was on defending Yellen to a certain extent, saying it's not
Yeah,
really, you know, you're not taking the full
seeing-
context of the time and place into account.
Very true.
And that it would have been more expensive. It was unclear whether there would really be demand for that.
Okay, so there we go. Short sell, ES. Just entered a short on ES. Yeah, S&P 500. Yes, which is US 500. Which is US 500 for on the forex side. Okay, nice, up 2 points. Okay, keep it going. So I'm gonna risk about 5 points on this ES short. Ooh, look at you, go Nasdaq, go baby, go.
We haven't had Apple's quarter yet to disappoint. We haven't had the Fed say at 2:30 things that we didn't want to hear
Unusual.
after Jay Powell's pester.
Actually, that was the quickest one dropping.
College, newspapers that are there.
Yeah,
says it,
that was-
when did
yeah,
you stop meeting?
that was
usual?
dropping the fastest.
And I just think we have a bit of a gauntlet this week, and
Yeah.
as we work up the over.
It's the same thing. It's the same. No, it's the same thing on the futures or forex side. It's the same instrument, just a different name. Yeah.
It's not about
It's not great, not a bad. I mean, we need to see either some good data that makes it so
I
that
needed to
you
break
wanna
for low
buy
4180.
bonds, or we need to see the Fed say we're done, and we don't have either right now. So we need one or the other, if not both. And as long as we don't have it yet,
You just have to look at either ES or US 500.
if
Same
you go in
thing.
today with Nvidia down 9, and you wait till it's down 15, you can buy it and flip it. I think you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the things that are happening. It's just people
Yes.
just trading. And David, you know, I don't think that that's a market for individuals. That's a high risk market. Trade.
Okay.
Dow Jones is now negative 100 from being
Yeah,
up
I mean, I'm just trying
100.
to figure out where you are.
Just say
Today,
you need to.
you were,
Yeah, so Dow Jones and Nasdaq are both negative. ES is still the only one that's positive on the day. So I think ES is also gonna end up going red to green, which is about to. Yeah. So I'm looking for sub 4180s on ES. So I'm up 2 points, almost 3.
Yes,
There
we
we
were
go.
thrilled that the Treasury looks like they underestimated how much, they overestimated how much they need, but
yeah, the financing number came out, and it didn't scare the
how about tomorrow if they come out? How about tomorrow if they come out and they say things
My
like,
stop loss on ES is going to be 4193.
where they went, rates were, it's the usual blame
I'm only
game.
in one contract on
At the
ES
same time,
short.
Jim, China PMIs miss. Eurozone inflation, 2-year low.
That's good. That's good.
Thanks.
A lot of mixed stuff. I find that when you drill down on any single quarter, there's always one line item that's bad.
Okay.
And we could just go right down on everything. Honeywell, why is it 179? Well,
I don't know. I just
goes to the aerospace.
it's not a broker. It's the data feed on TradingView. It's just a data feed, but
I can find something for Mandible, the last
mine
days,
is
and that's
FX
that
something.
What it turned out the Pinterest said it was okay. So maybe this is the stuff that we're stuck in.
I know.
We're stuck in this.
We are.
And I can give you the counter on semi. Okay, so it was at 100 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they did say that auto was weak, and then Lattice came out and confirmed that industrial was weak. I can come up with 100 negatives to combat any positive, including what we'll be saying right now about positives about infrastructure. Right now, the negative is wind because you're fighting the Fed and you're fighting the fact that there's no real buyers for the long end. That's what you're fighting.
Speaking of not great news, this is just a story that's sort of overall not great. It involves Sarepta. If you're an owner of this company stock, you're not happy today. And if you are suffering from just the horrific disease of Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, which is
There
a
we go. There we
ferociously
go.
degenerative
Yes,
disease,
baby.
as
Let's
they
go.
say in their press release. It's also not.
Can we get sub 4180?
There's a long
Who's
press
short with
release
me?
here in which Sarepta goes through the results of its BARC study, treated with its drug Elevidys, showing an increase in the North Star ambulatory assessment. That's an assessment. of
No,
motor
the price is not the same because it's different. It's a different broker. Come on, bro. You know this. Every broker has different prices.
They have a lot of different secondary endpoints they cite here as being quite positive. Passing 5 seconds.
Yeah, but on what I'm trading, it's 4182, and my entry is 4180 89.
Ultimately, I'll refer
Let's
to Ken
go.
Fitt's note here, which says we were looking for at least a 1.3 point difference on that ambulatory measurement to show statistical
Let's
significance. Instead, it was 0.65. So
Yeah,
roughly
yeah,
half
it's going for
of
that gap fill.
what they'd hoped for.
Ooh,
Their bottom line is
it's
they
going
say
for that
those
gap
secondary
fill.
outcome measures
Thank you,
that are
you.
cited
Yeah,
very positively in the press release, and by the way, cited for a reason why they're still going to go to the FDA and try to get approval and feel like they may have a shot at it. Nonetheless, I'll again refer to a note from Cantor this morning. They think those measures would have provided more supportive evidence if there had been a slight miss to the primary endpoint. But given that was not the case, we don't think those measures will carry as much weight. It's clear that there is efficacy, but would it be enough for full approval? The market obviously is weighing in this morning. And then there's Catalent. That's a company that you may remember I spoke about a number of times. It had a brutal run. It couldn't put out financials. Elliott got involved on the board. They manufacture for Sarepta. And obviously the prospect that perhaps this may not get approved is impacting Catalent shares as well. In
Oh,
terms of their
keep it
contract
going.
there.
Yes, baby.
Danaher's
Let's
up because they
go.
didn't buy cattle. And
I
Danaher's
don't know why
shoot.
Danaher is up, but
Well, I think she didn't buy cattle. They've been apparently talking. Danaher's not been able to make a right move now for 18 months, which is rather extraordinary.
it is.
It's a highly unlikely. Like the too much help. I want to own up. Someone was blaming Yellen. I bought Estee Lauder for the trust and bought
Yeah,
Danaher.
that
It's
was
like watching the
coming.
Patriots with a losing record. It just doesn't compute.
That's a good point. And you went down. The Bourne identity went down yesterday.
AMD still,
Bourne got hurt.
Oh yeah.
They was like the
AMD
best
still
receiver.
dropping.
They're a terrible team. Was it Tom Brady left them? Turned out to be an impact.
Tom Brady had some impact on his departure. That's a while back, but they still managed under Mac Jones to have a winning record.
Mac
didn't they?
Jones.
Let's
I'm
go.
starting with
Ooh,
Mac this week.
beautiful, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna lock in profits here. 10 points on ES. That's a winner. There's no need.
Herb Street and
All right, I've locked in profits, a little over 10 points on ES.
Yeah.
David, Thermo Fisher's another good company.
It is
Where they seem where
and it
these
is.
are all post.
We are not
Yes,
greedy
and,
over here.
Again, you and I have talked many times about the longer-term track record of success and appreciation in the stock market for both Danaher and Thermo Fisher.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right,
Couple of years.
good start to the morning.
Above that Belichick
Nice
is.
10 points.
He's like Danaher for heaven's sake. Has that guy ever done anything right?
Yeah.
Go
Nobody
big,
wants to
go
stand
big,
her.
go.
It just
Savage sell-off.
What's
that?
Yeah,
Like
so
Belichick's no good.
if you, so right now, looking at it, so remember I mentioned that if we break below
They did mention on
4170, we're gonna make our way back down to fill the gap. The gap is at 4136 on ES. Now check out NQ, right? NQ, the gap fill will be at 14273, which it's making its way down to it. So Nasdaq is definitely looking like it's going to fill that gap, especially if it can break below yesterday's low of the day. Dow Jones, let's take a look at the Dow. The gap fill on the Dow Jones is a total of 400 points to the downside, which would mean it would be giving back all the gains from yesterday. Yesterday, the Dow Jones ran up 500 plus points. Okay. Now this is a possibility, but it would literally need to break below and stay below 32,800 for us to get that gap fill. But let's see. So far, nice little bounce here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And one and done. Ooh, go Queen. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a really big article. Research it, by the way. I love joins the global EV meltdown early playbook for Deutsche Bank. I read this to our guys this morning. It's in close now.
It's the main tension amongst those who are saying not just demand is slowing, but it's melting down.
People aren't buying EVs. There's a dislike of EVs at the same time. Everyone's committed to EVs.
Some have made on Twitter today. I've seen, the Model Y is the best-selling automobile.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I was critical to Steven Scherr runs Hertz. I said, how did you do this? He goes, are we supposed to not buy the most popular car in America? You figure that.
All right,
People
all right.
come in and say, look, I'd like the most popular car in America. And they didn't know that would be hard to
Ooh,
repair.
keep it going, baby. Keep it going. Yes.
195 this morning, going to take it back to June. It's down.
Do I have a runner? No, I only did one. I only did one contract. To be honest, I probably. I'm like, I probably should maybe.
So, people should be aware that there's just underneath just a lot of these stocks just giving up.
Yeah.
And the only stocks that seem to be able to make a stand are the ones that are
So I'm thinking maybe I probably should.
A lot of focus on Tesla for obvious reasons. Also in the last 24 hours on Twitter, or I should say X, excuse me. Formerly Twitter. Which, guys, we knew. I mean, they came in at 19 billion in terms of how they're valuing stock for employees. Not a big surprise. I think we've been saying more or less since he signed the deal up that it was worth roughly half of what he was paying at the moment he signed. I know our producer Todd Bonin sort of kind of equates it with the producers. Remember, you know,
I think it's
like he's Max Bialystock. I think it's more or Gene Wilder in this case, or you know, whoever. It's just like let's buy a company and
but Paul Marks, I think, is the better name.
Paul Marks. Morning show.
He was live on the morning show. John Hamm. It's a great, it's on Apple.
Morning show. It's been watched by what? 17 people. No, I know it's a hit.
Show.
If it's only watched by 70 people, why was Apple able to put through that price increase and it's stuck?
You want to see something that was watched by a lot of people? Just when I sat down with Elon Musk.
Yeah, I definitely agree on the short side. Yeah.
Want to take a listen?
Why not?
Let's see what you got here.
Maybe we don't have it.
Oh, that was great.
I'd say that the analogy I was using was just like being teleported into a plane that's in a nosedive, headed to the ground with the engines on fire and the controls don't work.
Right.
Yeah.
You were the guy
That's what it felt
you
like.
chose to get into the plane.
Well, I did try to exit the deal, they wouldn't let me.
There he was. Of course, he did learn about the inner workings of M&A law. Yeah, that's how you get to 44. Might not be a bad entry point, though. You could, by the way, 13 million in debt is still out there. That's an important point.
Beautiful,
That
beautiful.
has not been
Sure.
able to be sold by the banks that underwrote what was one of the largest LBOs of all time.
It's got much better functionality.
It's all right. It's all right. So good.
It's just that I think it's a very unappetizing site for an advertiser. It's prurient, it's funny. Get a lot of stuff if you follow sports. Well, I got a lot of news.
Welcome
But
back
that
to
doesn't
it.
necessarily make it any more worthwhile than advertising or radio. It's just not and this has the disadvantage of
Just a matter of sticking with it.
it's fun. So it's just a bad
Just a matter of
place to sell side.
sticking with it.
Versus Pinterest, which is a happy-go-lucky, nice site, makes you feel like you're on the yellow brick road. It's so great. You know?
Yeah, on pins, B of A ups to buy. They go to 37. Key goes to 37. A company that you've long said is not that promotional.
No, I mean, it's just a very, very good quarter. But I think that what we're seeing today is that yesterday
far.
was a day that there happened to be, you know, for whatever reason, David, you mentioned that a lot of things are computers. It's the day it's all selling, you know.
Let's see.
Season,
Gobbling.
end of year. These are all things that just happen, and people.
Oh,
I'm trying to
wow.
make it so that people don't understand why they're losing money today versus making money yesterday. There's just a lot of technical stuff that moved yesterday.
Any new views? You know, I follow this because it's such an interesting story, even though, frankly, the stock market right now, not much it can trade because everybody locked into their elections on VMware. They already made their decisions. They can't do anything. Nothing new. But VMware's down another 2%. Any updates for us? You know, I shared that yesterday, and I'm starting to wonder whether it was true, this idea, at least that Hoctan would like out there, that it's bureaucratic rather than political. What I've heard subsequently is like, come on, man, of course it's political. He just wants everybody to think it's bureaucratic because he wants to get this thing through because he doesn't want to make anybody mad.
Well, if it's paperwork, and this deal was one of the longest lingering deals that came, you know, 2020.
How could it not be political? Even when we started the show with talking about NVIDIA, the chips that no longer can be sold to China.
Well, you're going on someone's word that it's not political, and that would mean that the deal does close this weekend. I think by the end of the week,
Or we
we'll know
being
whether.
pants by Hoctan.
Thank you for my verb. You know, I thought about that yesterday, and I talked about it last time. I mean, I'm really. This is make or break on this reputation. If they get it done very shortly, I think these 2 weeks. I think it's make or break. It does. So it's like people, this is what matters. We'll do a giant buyback, and they don't get the deal, and then you're getting the price to reach goes up. So why are we sweating the pool?
Chicago PMI's out. Let's get it from Rick Santelli. Hey, Rick.
Indeed, October Chicago PMI 44.0, expecting 45 in the rearview mirror. 44.
Order filled.
This is the weakest level since July. But maybe
No, I just took a long on ZL, which is wheat. Soybean oil.
50s, that magic line between expansion and contraction. We see yields have moved higher.
Yeah, that's on Tradeovate. They do that.
Today, yesterday we sell around 489, So even though yields are down a bit on the long-dated treasuries, they've bounced much higher than they were earlier. And we see 2-year note yields are higher on the day, and 3-year note yields are vacillating between in and out of net change of positive versus negative. But maybe the real issue continues to be first day of a 2-day Fed meeting, not expected to do anything, but the long-dated treasury market still seems to be in control of interest rates. Squawk on the street will return after a short break.
Yeah, that's ugly. Damn. On cue for a short. We'll see. Okay.
And more about the impact on oil. For the year, it's going to be down about 45%, closing in on getting halved so far since the beginning of 2023. Dow's down 105. We'll get stuff trading with Jim in a minute.
Yep. Could have held a little bit longer.
Doing VF for stop trading.
Yeah, Brackendarrow, you saw him there. He turned around Logitech, and he did it three times about the S&P during the period for 11 years. Before that, he turned around men at Procter & Gamble. He'll do the same, I think, with VF Corp, but it's not going to be done instantly. And one of the things he laid out last night was it's not going to happen overnight. Vance is really the problem there. So anyone who's buying it now, it's a longer ride. Have faith. I think Bracken can turn around, but the time frame may not be what people want.
Got two activists in there, right? Yeah. Gage and Legion. I mean, but he seems to be following a lot of what their playbook, gives, right? Sell non-core brands, cut costs, cut the dividend, delever, reinvest.
Right.
Change the Vance president.
Yeah, they got a new Vance team coming in. One of the things he's doing is bringing in this great European team. North Face is the gold standard in Europe. It's not doing well here. The company was very profitable. It did a lot of things wrong. Many things wrong. And he has to fix a lot of them. And there's actually a case study on how to run a company on the ground. It's a very good company. But I think that as long as people understand that you can't do it overnight, he's certainly a person who can turn it around.
It's amazing how they ruined this company.
They ruined it.
$100 stock.
They ruined it. And one of the things, I remember when they moved from YMSC, Pennsylvania, to be closer to the mills in North Carolina. Now they moved to Denver. And I said, why did you guys move to Denver? And he goes, well, I don't know, North Face Mountains. So that's terrific. There you go. He's got a light way about him. And if he were here right now, he's a delight. And I am rooting for him. But this is going to be a long-term thing because you have to turn Timberland, you have to turn Dickies, you have to turn Vans being really bad. North Face, you have to make it a little more like Europe. You got to get rid of these backpacks. This Supreme, they got to start monetizing that. And there wasn't anything that wasn't destroyed. They sold Contour, the denim, right before the big denim move. These guys really may have been the textbook of what how to run.
One drop, baby.
Switch, do everything the opposite of what they did.
Yeah, whatever they did, you had to take the other side. But yeah, he raised a good point. He goes, look, New Balance turned around. And New Balance has turned around. Except Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce from Pfizer, Taylor Swift.
Yes,
I mean, you have fine buyer of Swift here. Take Swift to 63. I'll take 8. Take it 70. Take Swift as high as you can. I don't care.
Just take line all the way.
Par. Buying Swift at par right now.
What's on Matt tonight?
Pfizer. We're going to talk Travis Kelce. And we're also, of course, going to talk about medicine and talk about the fact that there is a company post-COVID, even though people don't seem to think there is. I want to talk
What
about
does Rogers call Kelsey? Mr. Pfizer? Is that right?
Mr.
Pfizer.
Yeah, you gave away my whole. So you like that, Mr. Pfizer?
Yeah, it was
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Thank you so much,
Happy
Jim,
Halloween.
and to you.
What are you going as?
Nothing.
I'm going as Kramer.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Kramer from Seinfeld.
I'm not going as any. I'm going to give candy. Yeah.
Lennon still works anytime you need. Just
Man, Lennon was just, one of the great mass murderers of our time. People don't talk about that. They just talk about the good side of Lennon. The handsome side.
It's a nice, handsome side.
We'll see you tonight, Jim. Mad Money, 6 p.m. We'll take a break here with Dow down 82. Don't go anywhere.
Come on. I'm about to stop out of ZL, not liking the look of this.
Sure. Dow's down about 98 points right now. There are some pockets of green, though, when it comes to sector performance. You can see real estate, for instance, on top of the market, along with financials having a good day, utilities and consumer discretionary. Everybody else is weaker. Technology is at the bottom of the pack. Take a look at treasuries right now. Mixed picture. You're seeing a sell-off at the short end of the curve with the 2-year note yield a little bit higher,
There we
but the
go.
10-year is lower, and we're going to talk about some of the reasons why in just a moment, below 4.9%. We're 30 minutes here into the trading session. Here are 3 big movers we're watching. Caterpillar reporting a double-digit jump in profit. Sales also beating estimates, but shares are dropping on a disappointing outlook. Pinterest soaring on the back of strong earnings and a solid forecast. Sales up 11% from last year. Pinterest CEO is going to join us in the next hour to discuss. And then look at shares of Sarepta Therapeutics. They're plunging right now, down more than 40%. The company's gene therapy to treat a muscle wasting disorder failed to meet the main goal of a late-stage trial. Carl.
Let's get consumer confidence with Rick Santelli. Hey, Rick.
Yes, hi, Carl. October read on consumer confidence. This one from the
Yo,
Conference
yo.
Report,
There we go.
2.6. That much
Ooh.
higher than expected. We were expecting a number
Okay.
100.5, but that doesn't
Uh,
dismiss the
freaking
fact that steel
ZL
has
over here
run
being a
since
turd,
May,
man.
Since May of this year, not that long ago, but still a bit of a retracement from levels that we are more used to in the 114 camp, for example, was July, just to give you an idea. And if we look at the present situation, 143.1, that's the weakest since
Yeah, I'm
the
about to.
last year. And if we look at what lies ahead or expectations, that's 75.6. That's actually the best since August, which wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on the ad.
Read. There are some revisions, and the revisions are all higher on the headline and expectations, a smidge lower on present situation, 147.1 to 146.2. But that doesn't change the historic comps on what we're looking at with regard to October. We see that interest rates have moved significantly off their low yield
Copy that.
over the last hour, especially 10s and 30s. We see that the short end
All right.
has remained much more firm. Sarah, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick
Ooh,
Santelli. Yep, 10-year note
15K on the
yield
day,
just
not too
looking
shabby.
there on the session on the back of that strong data, not exactly the friendliest data when it comes to a Federal Reserve. investors that are looking for a slowdown in the economy from the hot levels we're seeing. There's a lot of, though, overnight data and news to talk about when it comes to what's impacting treasuries. For instance, the rally that we saw, which led to lower yields over the overnight session. I think we should start with Bank of Japan. There was a lot of anticipation building up to this meeting.
It was okay. I mean, not what I was expecting and stuff like that.
The bottom line is they didn't go as far
Nah, yeah. So like the food was good, but like it's lacking in infrastructure. Like no sidewalks, dude. Like it's just dirt, and dude, the road, like driving there, bro, is chaotic. Like hardly any lights, people just no lanes, like just not respecting, just doing whatever they want. um Dude, like the car that I rented, I parked it like not too far from the hotel. 'Cause I had a parking lot that was like down the street from the hotel, and the shit got side swiped overnight. And like, and I had to, like, had to pay for the damages and stuff like that. And then they gave us another car. And yeah, dude, I was just like, and then the people just like harassing you, oh, come by here, and it's just like, yo, like I'll get you before I leave, type stuff. And they would just hound you, and then they're trying to overcharge you because you're a tourist, which I didn't knock that part. Like, you gotta hustle, but at some points it's like they were trying to OD overcharge. And I was just like, nah, bro. Like, and luckily, like, ended up the person that did like the excursions with, the owner of the company that I did the excursions with, like, he ended up squaring things off with the car rental, because like I rented the car like through him or whatever. But suffice to say, bro, it's not a place that I'd be going back anytime soon, to be honest. Like, I came back like mixed emotions. It was like I didn't really get to relax. It was like literally every day it's like people hounding you. You go out to eat, and there was like a center to the Stone Town, where you overlook the ocean. It's literally by the beach, and people would set up little stations to cook. I mean, there'd be like 10 people, like 10 different stations. And these dudes are like hounding you, like, no, no, come by for me, no, 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 come for me. It's like, yo, like, chill out, like let me look around, you know what I'm saying, see what's what. But like, they literally surround you to where it's like you can't go anywhere. Yeah, so that for me, I was just like I came here to relax, and I didn't really get to relax like that. So I was just like, yeah, I'm all set.
which is what the Fed is seeing. I mean, we're way down from the peak level.
Nah, bro, yo, it's nothing like Instagram and TikTok. Like, the only nice spots literally are the resorts, which ended up going to one. But aside from that, dude, like, yeah, it yo, false advertisement.
Fed funds futures, 0% chance of a cut or hike.
Yeah, so
We did get
like, and like, I come from Cape Verde, bro, and I thought, like, Cape Verde was, it's not as developed as a lot of the other places I've gone to, like Dubai, Turkey, I mean, even Colombia, bro. And this place, like Zanzibar, bro, it's way more underdeveloped than my home country.
So it has to continue to come down. The Fed wants
Yeah, bro, like, you gotta step outside to try to like use the credit card machine reader. They only accept Visa, so it's like Amex is not working out there. Bro, like, it was just like, I was like, yo, what the hell?
The North American business
And everything is pretty much just cash.
is now anticipated to be modestly weaker versus our prior expectations as we look to
Hell yeah, bro. Bro,
less impactful. We now see a
yeah, bro, like, bro, 16 hours?
in Europe. Yes, they're
Dude,
having
like,
their own issues like bans
yeah.
and everything like that.
I flew from Boston to Istanbul, and then Istanbul to mainland Tanzania. Then had like a 45-minute wait in mainland Tanzania, and then flew. It was like a 30-minute flight from the mainland, still in the same plane. Like, we didn't have to get off the plane, and then over to Zanzibar.
Continue to closely monitor global
But yeah,
macroeconomic
so but
conditions
I was like, yeah, bro, I'm yeah, I was like, I'm good. Like, I want to be able to go somewhere like I could just relax, like nobody, like people like really bother me or get in my face and shit.
In 2020, it was 11.9, then
Yeah.
6.2.
And to be honest, like, aside from the excursions, dude, it's like there's not much to do. And it's like, went to like Prison Island, which It was an island that like they built a prison, but they never used it for that, so they converted it into like a sanctuary for turtles. And there's a restaurant there, but it's like that wasn't that big of a thing. Then after that, like they take you to, you can do an excursion to like a sandbank that disappears every day when high tide comes. So they have like 4 of those. But even that's like, okay, you go there, it's like I couldn't really swim because there was like mad sea urchins around, and I forgot to pack my water shoes, bruh. And aside from that, it's like they have the safari, but the safari you have to fly back to the mainland, and they OD overcharge, bro. Like trying to charge like 1,400 per person to do the safari, and I'm just like, and I was like, I'll wait till I go to Kenya, cause in Kenya I got some people that work in the government, and I'm like, I'll get that hookup, cause I'm like, I'm not about to pay 1,400 just to fly over. It's like realistically, it's like 250. That is what it really costs, but they OD overcharge.
Our senior markets correspondent Bob Pisani is here talking about the setup for November, Bob.
The good thing is we're getting out of October. It's been horrible.
Yeah. Oh, nice bounce. Okay, can we get this bounce?
By the way, it's very unusual. Down 3 months in a row. We haven't had that since March of 2020. January, February, March.
Yeah.
Last time we were down 3 months in a row. Here's the good news.
Yeah, those are a better vibe and move, cause yeah, that shit, bro, I was just like, yeah, nah.
So going into the
So I'm not with
period of the year
this.
with an oversold stock market, that's a positive setup. There are some negatives. We all know about the geopolitical situation.
Hell yeah, bro.
Parse that. A positive I see is you
Yeah.
able to get above 5% on the 10.
Yeah, and I was just like, yo, like it was not worth it, bro. I'm like, no, this, yeah,
Uncertainty and the yields, the higher yields.
loved it, ready to go back again. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I'm good.
Come down. Just take a look.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, nah.
It's the best month of the year. We see one.
Yep. Yo, precisely what I said. I was like, nah, I'm all set. I'm good.
December up 1.4%.
Not like, and I don't know, like when I look at like the different places that I've gone to, and like as far as like vibe and being able to relax and stuff, like this is the first spot that like I really couldn't relax, and it's not a dangerous spot, because you know it's a Muslim country, so you had a lot of you know, like securities around and stuff like that, and the people were generally like very friendly, but yeah, just that other stuff, I was like, oh shit, whoa.
So right now, the fourth quarter, the S&P estimated to be up 8%. It was 11%.
Damn.
First, third quarter numbers are actually higher. And
ES, just a nice little pop, but I'm thinking this is gonna be a short right here. This pop right here on ES and NAS and Dow.
Of 2024 that's starting to come down. You want a great indication of why it is the estimates, why it is the guidance, why it is the body language that matters. Sarah's talking about Caterpillar and reading from the CEO there. The numbers, the reported numbers, were simply fantastic from them. The margins were very, very
She
good.
can get back
But if you
over.
look at what happens in the commentary, backlog was down, sales
Okay.
prices, and
Whoa.
not that
What
great
is
overall,
this?
and that's why
What
the stock
is
trading
what
down
is
right now.
this?
Finally, just about the November, the probability of 4 consecutive months down is very, very small.
Alright,
We have
that's
not had
what's
4
up.
consecutive down months in the S&P since 2011. And the last time we had 4 consecutive down months, when it ended in
Nice.
November, was 1946. So this is why I'm reasonably optimistic that the setup is positive. November is very, very strong, and with the market so weak going into November, so oversold, we've got a generally positive outlook. But it's really murky. The geopolitics
Okay,
is really
ZL
hard to parse
catching a
here,
bid.
and that 10-year going over 5% could blow everything apart again. So I'm optimistic, but the confidence level is very, very low right now. That's the problem the market has. You can see this in the daily gyrations of the stock market.
So you mentioned estimates for Q4 are coming down. How is it looking? How is it looking for 2024 yet? Are people still putting off the
12%,
recession?
up 12%. And there are a lot of people, Marco Kolanovic came out yesterday and said that 12% I think is in jeopardy. He thinks it should come down, and it's going to come down. So you'll see that. I'm sure in the next few weeks, the 2024 numbers, Q1 is already coming down slightly. I would estimate in the next couple of weeks, we'll go down to about 10%. And that's probably where it's going to remain going into the end of the year. Again, if the 10-year blows up and goes to 5.5%,
How was that?
everything changes. I'm assuming static right now, or stable yields right now, and not dramatically worse.
Oh, word? Nice.
Situation. If all of that changes, then all these estimates are out the window.
Well,
That's
the,
why it's so
the
tough to
dollar
figure
is
it out.
going up, and that could affect these estimates too. Dollar yen is now 151 after Bank of Japan kind of didn't go as hawkish, so
Oh,
that's going to be
damn.
problematic too.
Yeah, it's really tough to parse the global situation right now. The bottom line, though, is the S&P is still up 7% for the year, 8% for the year. That's rather remarkable. People think we're down dramatically for the year.
The usual.
The feel is that we're down dramatically, and we're actually
but it is only 8 stocks. Otherwise, we
Mhm.
are next.
yes, right. The RSP, the equal weight, is down more than 5%. So the average stock is definitely having a tough year.
Well, S&P just went positive, Bob, so maybe it's your 4 months in a row. It can't happen.
The optimist.
Fatani, thank you. As we head to break, here's our roadmap for the rest of the hour. A volatile month for tech with the NASDAQ in
Word.
correction territory. What's ahead for the Magnificent Seven and the rest of tech in the final 2 months of the year?
Plus, the Fed begins a 2-day meeting. We'll have results of our latest CNBC Fed survey on where top economists see rates headed, and the numbers may surprise you.
And from the airlines to the semis, a lot of big stock movers we should be watching this morning. Big show still ahead. Don't go anywhere.
All right. Mm, I don't know. Not in Atlanta, not like I know we had pulled up to his like one of his apartments. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, that's the move. Come on. Is this how they really feel today? Get it? Too smooth. That's solid. I think so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, everything good. Yeah, I wanted to share something with you, which I'll do that
We
after.
continue to monitor the, excuse
Yeah.
me, we are actually going to talk about tech right
What
now. It's
the
down over
fuck?
2% to
Okay.
2.5% in October, on pace for a third straight month of losses. But, we're talking still NASDAQ's up nicely on the year. Let's discuss what's ahead for the group as we head into the final 2 months of the year. And for that, we'll bring in Rosenblatt's Barton Crockett. He has a buy on Meta, Alphabet, Amazon's got a hold on Apple. Barton, I would assume your assessment so far of earnings season is a positive one, or would that be incorrect?
Not too shabby.
Overall, I think it's been a nice earnings season. We've liked some of the tech names, not all of them. We've liked the companies that have an opportunity for revenue acceleration and margin expansion, which we think is an unusual feature of the internet group. And we've seen those themes be enhanced with the earnings report last night at Pinterest, which we also recommend, as well as Amazon. And we had a constructive read from Google and Meta, even though the market was a little bit in disagreement with us initially.
Yeah, although you could say obviously we're looking at the response to those numbers from pins, and that was quite good. But obviously Alphabet not, Microsoft somewhat muted response to what many thought was quite a good quarter. Amazon was up, but again, and
Love
Meta, as
them
you
days,
point
huh?
out, I guess people got scared by their commentary about the ad market. Is that worrying to you at all that it has been a relatively muted response by investors to what you characterize as a pretty positive earnings season?
Well, I think that, coming into this season, one thing that we had observed is that it did feel like there was a nervousness in this group. And
Very, very
I think part of it
nice.
is
That's
concern
good
around
stuff.
what's the trajectory longer term of the macro. And I think that's really what was
Can't go
happening
wrong
with
with
Meta. The
that.
immediate reaction was to the commentary on the war. Everyone knows advertisers pull back in wars, and this war is not going to be overly disruptive unless it expands surprisingly. And so really, I think what that's masking is people are just worried about the macro. And I think the way you protect yourself is you focus on quality and growth. And I think you see that with the stocks that we're recommending in this group.
AI and cloud obviously so important for Amazon or Alphabet or Meta or Microsoft. Not as much for Apple, which I think told our viewers you have a hold on as we head into the number. What is holding you back from perhaps being more positive on that stock?
Look, I mean, I've liked Apple in the past. I did move to a hold, in August, and the stock's dipped a little bit since then. I do think that Apple's a great company, but I think that the stock is most interesting when they're pursuing a disruptive opportunity. And I think that could be with Vision Pro, but that's still a ways out. In the near term, we're fighting the good fight on iPhone sales, and this is the most important, the most loved device in the modern economy. But I do think that they've got some easy compares in the December quarter to disruptions, but that's well understood in the estimates. And the stock's trading near kind of a high valuation historically relative to the S&P, and not a lot of argument for big upside to estimates. So I don't know that you need to be overexposed to Apple right here.
I'm looking to reshort ES, but I'm just waiting to see if it's gonna top out here. I literally thought it was gonna go for that gap fill, but damn, what a recover.
Seems to me the most probable case, and hopefully, that's certainly what
That was solid, right?
Just sort of wondering about the bigger risk there too, I guess.
Importantly,
Nice.
that's sensitive and vulnerable. I mean, I do believe that
Who's swinging it?
units are going to be most important, and I think that the global unit outlook for the third quarter is flattish year over year, and I think that's an okay result. And I think the iPhone 15, trajectory into the December quarters a little bit tricky, a little bit, less well understood. We do believe they have $7 billion of supply chain disruptions in the year ago that they can
Right.
but consumers in a little bit tougher position. China's emblematic of that, so that's why I'm nervous, on the December quarter.
Thanks again, as always. Appreciate it.
Great, thank you.
After the break, Bitcoin soaring in the month of October.
But I caught a nice short on ES at the open.
Facing cross-examination in his trial today. We will take you live to the courthouse next. Don't go anywhere.
Up a nice 10 racks on the day. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, well, remember it's $100 above what the initial account size is. So if you have like 100K, it's 100,000 and $100. The minute it goes below that, like I mean, if it taps that, yeah, you lose. Yeah, there you go. Freaking. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Allowed dip nice. I'm waiting to short ES. Right now I'm only in a long on ZL, but I'm looking to reshort ES. And as far as USD JPY, let's take a look at it. USD JPY. I know as the conflicts USD JPY. Let's take a look. This is looking pretty bullish. I mean, we are going to have a turnaround at some point, but for now, let's go to a daily. I guess I'm gonna have to go to a weekly. Maximize sell. Zoom out. Sheesh. So I would set an alert on USD JPY, which is the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. If price can't get over the 151.938, you can expect a retracement, but it seems I'm gonna have to go further out. So let's go 10-year. Yeah, I mean, so this is the highest it's been in 10 years. Jeez. So I would say watch for any potential retracements that holds 150 482 for a potential relong, but this thing is definitely in some overbought territory. Oh, there we go. There we go. Shorting ES. I'm taking a short on ES. Let's go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go. Yo, ZL is really being a 30. I swear, yo, she be getting on my nerves. It was like every time, like I get long, I'll take some profits, and I'm like, and then I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm done with her for the day. And then I hop back on, and then boom, I'm like, oh, I'm stuck holding for like a day or two. Like, ugh. Pop.
Questions, the judge scolded him at times for not answering questions directly. We'll see again some more of that today. Prosecution called Sam Bankman-Fried's credibility into question in their cross-examination. That really was key. They laid out inconsistencies rather. With the crypto founder was saying one thing in public and then something completely different.
Should have taken my little
Media appearances, dozens of media appearances.
low on it and keep it going.
His hedge fund, and then the crypto exchange he ran. Attorneys presented him with a book at one point. Walked up to the stand and gave him a book about the crypto collapse that was written recently. But Bankman-Fried said that he couldn't recall saying some of those things. They went through contradictions in what he said under oath in front of Congress, and then they asked him about private messages with the journalist in which he was making fun of regulators and customers using obscenities. They introduced tweets as well, where he assures customers fine, but behind the scenes, government prosecutors showed using Google actually seen financial documents unveiling a multi-billion-dollar hold. Examination continues today. He is on the stand with executive review.
Let's go up 2 points on ES shorts. Be careful. You want to be careful on this USD JPY short, because with the current conditions of what's going on abroad, you want to be cautious, because this thing could really continue to move higher. Obviously we can see that this is the highest it's ever been in 10 years, and tensions overseas are getting higher and higher. So be cautious with that short, because this thing could go to 155 or 160.
Right here, the Fed kicks off another meeting today. We're going to have exclusive results of our CNBC Fed survey, just on where economists see inflation and rates improving. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's basically bond play. Yep. So. Okay. Oh, we got some more folks. Yeah, buddy. I saw good stuff. Shit. Right. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Shorts looking good. Come on. Come on.
Seems very far. Thank you for the news. We continue to monitor the Israel-Hamas war now in its 25th day of conflict. Let's get to NBC's Kelly Kobiea, who is live from Eilat, Israel.
So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Well, good morning to you. The Israeli Defense Forces say that they are continuing those ground operations and combined military operations in Gaza today. They claim they hit a Hamas outpost in the north of the Gaza Strip today. They say that they killed Hamas fighters as well as destroying anti-tank missile launch outposts and confiscated a number of weapons. Clearly, the fighting continuing in a quite intense rate. in Gaza. There are reports of Israeli tanks being spotted in the outskirts of Gaza City. People who are sheltering in some of the hospitals inside Gaza City, increasingly fearful, hearing some strikes getting closer, they say, to those hospitals, and the activity, military activity on the ground really seeming to ramp up. Here where we are, we're in Eilat, which is the sort of a coastal resort town in the south of Israel. You see
Great
the
timing
mountains
on
of
this
Jordan
ES
behind me.
short, ladies
To
and
the
gentlemen.
south here, directly south, is Yemen. And earlier today, we heard sirens, warning sirens here in this city. This is a place where some 65,000 evacuees are staying, evacuees from those neighborhoods alongside Gaza, which were hit so badly on October 7th. The sirens sounded. There were reports of an unidentified object in the air. The IDF later saying that in fact they shot down a surface-to-surface ballistic missile and 2 cruise missiles fired by the Houthi rebels, Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen. The Houthis have since taken credit for that. They said that they sent a barrage of missiles and drones in this direction because of the war, Israel's war against Hamas. And they said that there is more to come. Clearly
What?
concerning when you talk about
I
the
don't understand what this
possibility,
statement
or the
is. Is
risk
this
of
where...
escalating and expanding beyond these borders.
Can I put a reaction on this?
Kelly Cobier, as you saw in Eilat, Israel. The Fed is kicking off another 2-day meeting today, and according to responses of CBC's latest Fed survey, hiking this week. Steve Leisman, that's not a surprise. You got anything that perhaps would be?
Ooh, beautiful drop. Keep it going. Keep it
You're
going.
right. Respondents to the CBC Fed survey expect not just no additional hike this week, but no additional rate hikes at all. But what's interesting here is they have fully erased
Yes, yes. Be sure to move your stop loss to break even. Or if you're in multiple positions, look to close out half.
5.29 is the peak rate, but 10.4 months, that's the average for how long the Fed will be on hold. And 57% of the respondents say that first cut doesn't come until September 2024. You'll remember this number, that date was as early as early next year. The 31 respondents divided on the outlook. 42% is the probability of a soft landing, 49% the probability of a recession, importantly below 50%. On the Fed rate outlook, you can see they've dialed back the cuts they had originally priced in. Now they're seeing about 75 basis points of cut by December 2024. It had been as much as 125 basis points of cuts. That's gone away. Diane Swap from KPMG writing in response to the survey, the Fed is likely to be stuck in a hawkish holding pattern in ways how much the rout in the bond market can dent the armor of consumers with so much savings still in their bank accounts earning interest. The inflation outlook shows the Fed does not forecast to hit its target even into 2025, with something the Fed should be doing more to bring it down right now. Here are the numbers. 365, that's about where we are right now.
Let's go.
According to the average. 286 next year, down a bit, but not down much more than 2025. So the Fed still having work to do, which is where the higher for longer come from. The slowdown that was going to hit the economy at any time this year, now forecast to hit next year. 0.73 is the one you want to look at right there. I will tell you, we had numbers like that for 2023.
Let's
They
go.
did not
Okay.
pass. Respondents on average see the stock market ending the year about where it is now, but notching some gains next year and rising by about 13% by the end of 2025. So pessimistic this year, but maybe a little upside in years to come as those rates come down.
Not too far from the
Slide, slide, yes.
Steve, thanks. Steve Leisman. Perfect place to start with our next guests here at Post 9. Evercore ISI's Julian Emanuel and Barclays Chief U.S. Economist Mark Giannone joining us as well, guys. Thanks for the time. Julian, I wonder how you're thinking about the Fed relative to geopolitics, D.C., consumer, deficit spending, and all of those other concerns.
So
Wonderful.
that last report by Steve Wilson is a sigh of relief. The fact that investors don't have to worry about the Fed is a very good thing, because there's enough to worry about out there. And in fact, We don't think that there is another hike left in the cycle. We do think the next move will be a cut. And frankly, the history of the stock market is such that that tends to be very good on balance. However, the fact that
Come on,
before Steve's
CL.
segment,
Come
we
on.
had war reportings on the battlefront shows you that the world is a little bit different this time. And at 19 times
Nice pop on
earnings,
ZL.
we're
About
very
time.
respectful of
Come on.
seasonals. They tend
Get
to work very
over
often, but this may be a
52.20.
year where the
I think I'm
consumer's
gonna take
confidence
profits
just holding
on
in
my
impressively
ES
so,
short
given
here.
all of this geopolitics, but there are starting to see some subtle cracks.
So don't add exposure to stocks. Is that your bottom line?
That's our bottom line. And again, it's uncomfortable because
Yeah, I'm gonna
you know,
take
look,
profits.
we'd love
I'm
to
taking
look at
profits on
October at the lows. It tends to work every October.
active position
November,
for you.
December,
Bam.
very strong seasonal.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
take
just think
profits
that
on
the
ES.
narrative
I'm gonna
is
close out the
different this
trade.
time, and the valuations, we don't normally focus on that. But with yields where they are and geopolitics where it is, it's just not an attractive time to add.
Mark, your view on this?
All right. I mean, I think we agree as well that obviously that there's going to be no rating increase this week.
All right, I'm all out
But we are
at 41.80 even.
the acceleration in
Nice
we've seen,
8 points
in,
on
the
ES
last 2 months, in
short.
fact, with
I'm not
GDP
sure why my
close to 5% in the third quarter, consumption still accelerating again in September. Inflation showing some firming, the labor market showing some reacceleration in payroll employment. All of that, in our view,
yeah, I'm not sure why
forced the
my
Fed to need to raise a little.
okay.
So we don't think
It
the
seemed
Fed
like
is going down
my
that
chart
far.
on
It's not going to
Thinkorswim
raise
is
rates
lagging a
right
little bit.
But in December, I think the
Go
chances of
baby,
another
go.
rate hike
Drop
are
drop
quite,
it like it's
quite
hot.
elevated, we think.
But the rates have moved
Drop
up a
it like
lot.
it's hot.
And the market has done a lot of that for the Fed, which is what I think has changed the most.
Come on,
Yes,
can
we're
we
having
get
hot
the
data,
gap
but
fill?
they seem pretty attuned to the fact that we've seen this big jump in long-term rates.
Absolutely. With the
For a
45
code?
basis point
What
increase
code?
in the 10-year yield since the September meeting, clearly financial conditions
You don't need a
have tightened
code
to some extent.
to
But
join.
the question is it really reflecting just a tightening in financial condition, or is it reflecting the underlying strength of the economy? And we think that a big part of that is reflecting the underlying strength of the economy, and it's therefore not so clear that the Fed has to do.
It's a free link. There's no code needed. You just click on it, and you probably maybe don't you didn't download Telegram on your phone or computer, but there's no code needed.
Should have probably increased rates a little more than this 25 basis point hike that they were planning for. And then the question is, how much does the 10-year yield increase offset that?
Solid drop. Solid. Okay, yes.
A lot of talk this week about the drawdown.
There we go. ZL. That's what I'm talking about.
20%, let's say, of income, delinquencies,
What we got?
lending, real estate lending is dried up. All of that. Isn't the Fed looking to where the buck is going?
Yeah, and all of these things to the average person on the street seem to be 30,000
Not too
foot
bad.
concepts.
Not too
but
bad.
in
There you go.
aggregate,
Go.
they tend to
Thank
exert
you.
pressure on the system.
Thank you.
And when you think about that excess savings, it is likely to
See,
run
I'll be
out.
playing.
By our calculations, middle of next year, when the employment market is likely to
Yeah, I was just texting you right now. I'm like, yo.
The 19 multiple, because I can't help but think that it's
Yeah.
reflective really of what are
I'm
separate
like,
rated
and
odds that represent 30% of the S&P.
yeah, I needed to get over
most of which have
over,
higher multiples than 19, not all.
20.
And how you think about the composition these days of that index, given that incredible overweighting, not to mention the impact it has on the multiple.
Well, it's incredibly challenging.
that's
We saw these kinds of dynamics, obviously, at the end of the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, it's just taking a sweet
and
ass
you
time.
had a further correction in stocks. And part
I'm
of
just
our
like, yo,
near-term
I'm not with this
caution here
bullshit.
is the fact that if you look
I want to
at
be
it,
in and
the
out,
Russell
in
2000
and out.
small cap America
So I might
made
just
a new cycle low on
take this
Friday,
loss here.
where you're still far
To be
away
honest,
from
you
the
know what? I'm gonna do
lows of the
that.
S&P and the NASDAQ.
I'm out.
That is a
I
less
closed out.
healthy message to your point.
Minus, yeah, I close out. Cause if it pulls back, if ZL pulls back to yeah, to 40 to 51.90, I'll re-enter. So yeah, I mean, what it was like $1,400 loss. So I'm still up. I'm still up on the day, so. Right. Tempted to possibly re-short. Possible re-short. Should I? Yeah, let's do that. I'm setting a sell limit on ES at 41.88. Let's see if we can get filled. We're approaching the London close, so we should see a nice pull for that. I'm filled. Or unless they're about to okie doke us. Yep, they're okie doking. On ZL. Oh, nice. Oof. Come on. They are seriously testing. Tempted. There we go. Right. Come on, keep it going. What do you think about NQ shorts? I think the market's still gonna go back down. Question is let's see how NQ holds for the London close. So London should be, I think London's gonna close at like 12 today because they went back an hour. Let me check the time. World clock. Yeah, so London today will close at 12 p.m. Eastern. So right now it's about to be, it's 2:47 p.m. there right now. So if NASDAQ can stay below, if it can stay below this, was it 14? If it can stay below this 14,420, I would like it for a continuation down. As long as this 1 hour candle, at least I'm thinking, doesn't close or engulf this previous bearish candle, it should be good for a continuation lower. If you want, you could probably look for confirmation once it holds below 14,350. Keep a relatively tight stop. But there's a lot of back and forth right here based off of the news that we're hearing on CNBC, based off of the data report that was released this morning. So definitely gotta just be cautious, and I would say you probably maybe should trade M and Q, trade the micro, because now we're getting to a point where we're just gonna have a lot of back and forth, and there is the off chance that this thing could literally do a face rip and just run up and then drop.
Shifting macroeconomic winds. Come on.
Make sure it's clear. It's based on a unique business model. The traditional retail, in many cases, most of the capital is in working capital, it's in inventory, it's in stuff that they didn't do a good job forecasting that eventually got a discount on it. In this case, we're designing product based on customer needs, and that allows us to,
Yep. That's why I had to cut that loss, man. I had to cut that loss, and then like, we'll revisit this after, cause she be playing. Like, don't nobody got time for your nonsense. Do what you're supposed to do. You're welcome. And if things continue ranging here, it's probably best to just wait and come back towards the end of the day. So right now, ES is the only one that's yet again positive on the day. Yeah, so much back and forth. I mean, the movements are really good if you can catch the tops and the bottoms, but
labor issues and intellectual property and that sort of thing, and they're out there talking about it. Yeah, so they do this made to order. It's not like fast fashion where the czars of the world, have a bunch of designs that come out and then they have it all made. They don't have an inventory. They have to say yes. It's made to order fashion. So people, they have a special algorithm that's in that, the technology that they have. And they're able to see what's working and then get that produced from their factories in China. This is their secret sauce, and then it just quickly.
The algorithm almost measures people's desires,
Correct.
and then they can respond to them in real time.
And that's what's changed the game. I do have
Who that? ZL again?
just they sent out an investor letter that I got my hands on, which says they are net profitable this year and showing record revenues for the first 3 quarters of this year.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it's all good.
Digits, almost 20% after strong results and guidance there. Revenue up 11. That's going to be a 3-month high on pins. Bill Reddy will join us to break down those numbers in the next hour.
Thought about adding. I was like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off in a few, eat some breakfast and stuff, but word. All right, copy that. All right, bet. I'll catch you then. Oof, she just running. Don't tell me about to do it again. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna be taking any more trades on ES, at least for now. Just because right now it's looking like this thing is about to pop and take out these highs. I'm really surprised with CNBC. Like, what's your deal, bro?
Going from park to neutral doesn't matter. Dan's comment on the dollar, certainly not great for equities. Things are hanging in there today. We're not seeing a pop and ball. We're not seeing anything really driving these markets. Some lesser economic data this morning has me thinking we might be seeing some additional selling, because we've seen strong labor market information, wage information in particular, and then the home price is up again. So the Fed's looking at this and going, man, we're trying here, right? We're at really restrictive rates and the highest we've been in 20 years, and we're all of a sudden looking at this and saying, oh, home prices are still accelerating, wage growth is accelerating. It's just not having the impact yet. So I think you couple all that together and you take that global interest rate picture. I mean, higher for longer is here, and so far today, at least equity is taking that in stride.
Okay. The dollar staying firm with all the stuff happening, I do think is probably one of the more important things today, Dan, because our data was a little bit soft here. We could have easily seen a dollar drop as bonds firmed up and yields dropped, but it didn't. Now, the dollar hasn't broken out recently either, but the fact that it's holding its own here, the Europe data was weak.
Yeah.
Japan's efforts are kind of, at this point, still marginal. Seems like we've got a pretty clear answer as to which economy is driving the bus.
Yeah. And then the Fed tomorrow. So the Fed's, likely not to do anything tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Pause. Big pause.
Yeah, big pause. As big as pauses get.
Pause.
All right. The higher for longer pause. Okay. Hey, Nick, we got about a minute here. We've also, of course, got earnings, Apple, etc. This market basically seems like all of them are bouncing off each other, that we haven't really had a big breakthrough yet. So Apple, apparently, the last hope, maybe AMD tonight.
I've got a whole minute. I mean, we got to talk about China. We got to talk about oil too, Oliver. Almost broke below 82 today for a bit. So lots of stuff out there, right? If you watched the Apple event last night, you can now buy a $7,200 MacBook Pro. So don't tell me inflation's not still out there.
Oh my gosh!
Buy a $7,000 laptop before taxes is real. So there's some upward pressure there in terms of price offer. But yeah, I think that's really interesting to see. Right. Well, look, they went prime time with an event for the first time ever. I think it's pretty exciting. They announced some incremental stuff, but are trying to get that TV spotlight going. We saw services from them increase in price. That's not going to have an impact on these earnings, but this is going to be all about tonight, or Thursday on the iPhone sales and how that quarter is shaping up and what they're projecting for the holiday season here. So yeah, it's going to be a big one, and can this magnificent seven keep this market afloat like they have for so long?
Trying. Little change right now. Flat on the day. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Dan. Good call to close out our show. Trading 360 with Nicole Petalides is up next. I'll see you this afternoon, 2 p.m. Market on close. Advanced Micro Devices earnings. Big one. Be there.
To do with the China export controls.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing it down.
Yeah, we talked about that journal story this morning. Of course, seemingly endless demand, though, even when
It's not
can't
new,
throw it
though.
at China. Yeah.
All right, guys, I got about 3 minutes before I jump off. So any questions, feel free to ask. For those of you guys that are just now joining, we caught a nice short on ES, actually 2 nice shorts on ES. And if you scroll through the chat, you'll see the link to the free Telegram. Let me see on the Telegram, like it, ask for my phone number. Yeah, so listen, If you don't have Telegram, you'll have to download Telegram on your phone and set it up. The link that I posted in here, it's a free link, and the purpose of this is for whenever I am not on stream and I'm taking trades, you will be able to get alerts. You'll also be able to get chart analysis off of whatever I'm looking to trade, which is going to be ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and even some foreign currencies like Euro USD, GBP USD, Euro JPY, USD JPY, GBP CAD. So there's a various of forex pairs that I trade, and when it comes to the futures and commodity side, it's going to be ES, Dow, ESYM, NQ, ZL, oil, gold, right? Natural gas. So those are the things that I'll be alerting and notifying. And here and there, if I see an opportunity to take an option trade, I'll post that as well. And for me, I like to do options on Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Amazon. So if you guys don't have any questions for me, enjoy the rest of the day. Hope you guys caught some of this, some of these moves with me. If not, there's always tomorrow. No need to rush the process. May I? Sure. Okay, link is here. Here's the link. And feel free to pass the link around to anyone that's looking to get into futures, that wants to be able to get in with funded accounts like Apex or Take Profit Trader or Top Step or Take Trader, or even on the Forex side, because obviously, I don't know if you guys, how do you join? Just click the link, man. It's very simple, guys. You download Telegram. You fill out whatever information Telegram is going to ask you to do, and then once you have that, you click on the link and it will put you in it. My the channel, it's invite only. It's not a public channel, so which is why I'm sharing the link with you guys. Only way for you to get in there is through the link. All right, y'all. So that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of the day. Be safe. Stay green. Do not overtrade.